Hey guys, Sean Terry here, flip2freedom.com. Hope you're staying safe out there. So it's a Saturday afternoon, hanging out the house. We're about to go to a bike ride and then it started raining outside. So I thought I'd shoot a video and answer a question that I get all the time. And that is, how do we work with realtors when it comes to virtual wholesaling? Now, I can tell you, we love realtors. It's literally the key to getting properties sold. So how do we do it? Well, first off, what we do is we have to understand why realtors, number one. Well, a couple things. Realtors cultivate buyers. They go out there and they cultivate buyers. So if you have one cash buyer that buys 10 properties a year, that's 10 potential properties. If you have one agent, real estate agent, that cultivates buyers, and they have 10 buyers that buy 10 properties a year, now that's the potential of 100 properties. Now, if you can cultivate agents, right, now you have a huge potential of how many you could sell properties to in these little small towns across the country that we're working in. So now the other thing too is agents have a code of ethics, meaning they don't want to lose their license because they do something unethical. They won't circumvent the deal, because the big question becomes, how do I get the buyer to see the property without having them potentially do a deal behind our back and circumventing us and then we get cut out of the deal? Well, agents is the secret. Why? Because they have a code of ethics. They don't want to lose their license for doing any shady or unethical stuff, which is great. So what we do now is we have to find these agents. What are the best agents to find? Then we'll talk about how to compensate them here in a second. Now, what we do to find these agents is we use a tool called reiautomator.com. Now, they recently just updated the software, and what they do is they have a selection, in a list selection in there called flippers. So what the heck is a flipper? A flipper is an investor who purchased a property within the last 2 years, cash, and now they fixed it up and now they have listed it on the MLS. So they search all the properties out there, they figure out all the ones that have purchased cash, and then it connects it with the MLS and goes, hey, these are the flippers. So let me give you an example. We got this property in Chicago, Illinois. It's actually a multi-unit property. It's like a duplex. Well, this property in Chicago, we pulled all the flippers out of Chicago. We sent them a text, and literally, it blew up, right? Completely blew up. So in REI Automator, we pull those flippers out of Chicago, right? And then we're able to send them a text about this. Now, what do we use for texting? We used text cash buyers, right? Textbuyersnow.com, textbuyersnow.com. So if you go there to textbuyersnow.com, you can essentially send them a text, and the platform's killer because you can upload the list. It's really user friendly, and you create this conversation in there, and you can text from a local number, from a Chicago number instead of a Phoenix number, which is great. And it's awesome. It's really easy to use. My team loves it. So what we do is we pull those flippers right out of REI Automator. And in REI Automator, it allows you to select the agent's name, their email address, and their phone number. We pull that out. We put that into Text Buyers Now. We send those out a message saying, hey, do you have buyers? Question mark. You know, off market, fix and flip property, only 155,000, 3-bed, 2-bath. Text back for more details, right? And the price. So we'll turn around and we'll send that out, and we'll get responses back immediately, almost immediately, of people going, more information, or they're going to say, stop, how'd you get my number, right? Or they're going to say, send me more info, send me pictures. Yes, I got buyers. And the response is literally immediate, when you send that out, which is really cool because you get, feedback immediately. So now you send that property out, and the goal is to get them off the platform and get them to have a communication, to build a relationship with them, get them off the texting platform. So what we do is they're going to send it back, say, give me more information. We'll send them back more information, some pictures. They send it back and they say, hey, when can I see the property? As soon as they say when can I see the property? What we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, we're gonna text back, and we're going to say, I'm gonna call you in 3 minutes from a 480 number. Pick up, and we'll talk about showing the property. So then we'll basically call them. We take them from the platform. Now we have a communication with them. Now we're going to talk to them. We're going to make sure that that agent's legit, make sure they have a good buyer. We can also prep them on how it's going to work. We're in escrow on the property. We're currently under contract. And listen, I'm going to set you up with a time where you can go see the property, but do me a favor. When you bring your buyer over there, only discuss the property with the seller. Don't discuss anything about the terms or the price or their contract, anything. When we've instructed the seller that as well. And 99.9% of the agents get it. They fully understand, and they're not going to come in there with their buyer and start talking about terms and pricing and what we got the contract for and all that type of stuff. So it has been working phenomenally well. These agents have been amazing. So the question becomes, what do you pay these agents? Well, in the Chicago deal, it's a pretty big deal. It's like a $42,000 deal. So the bigger the spread, we'll put in like a $2,500 built-in commission on that deal. And we tell them, say, listen, you can tack on your commission on top of the price as well. We got $2,500, but if you want to have additional commissions on it, just tack that onto your price. So what they're going to do is they're going to take the price for, let's call it $150,000. They're going to tack on $5,000, write up the contract for $155,000. They're going to send commission instructions, basically stating that they're going to get $5,000 of that fee. So now you're going to do that, right? So after you do that, now they know how they're going to get paid, right? So they're excited about it, and they get $5,000 plus $2,500. Now they're all set, and they can get paid. And now they help facilitate, right? You're going to send them the contract. They're going to get the contract. They're going to make sure they get earnest money, and it all works smooth. Agents are phenomenal because they're professional and they know how to do this stuff. So now that's incredibly important. So that's why we love working with agents. It's been our number one way to sell properties all across the entire country. We get a ton of great feedback from them. So that's way number one. Way number two is a lot easier. Well, not easier, but very simple. You go to Realtor.com, and up in it says Find Agent, and then you can go over and put the city in. You pull all the agents from that city. You select, there's a selection that says working with buyers, and then what we'll do is we'll pull all those, scrape all that information from the top agents in the area, and again we'll text them, and again we'll create that communication if the flipper information, if we didn't get any traction with the flipper information. So those are two ways that we can find agents, and it works phenomenal. Now, if you want to learn how to virtual wholesale, right? You want to learn how to go out there and flip houses all across the country. You're wondering, how do I do this? How can I do this? Especially during this whole COVID-19 mess. I mean, we're crushing it right now. We are getting contracts left and right. Our leads are coming in like crazy. We're selling properties to these agents. We show you exactly how to do this. I show you exactly how to do this in a course called Remote Millions. It's a 4-week masterclass that I went out there and recorded. So I recorded this masterclass, and also too, I updated the entire course here just literally last week, completely updated with all the brand new stuff that we're doing. I want to share that with you. So it's called Remote Millions, and if you hit the link below, you can learn more information about that. So I actually did a presentation. I took you into our texting platform. I took you into our marketing accounts and how we do it, how to find the sellers, and how we're doing deals all across the country, in the 9-step virtual wholesaling process that you must follow to be able to get deals done all across the entire country. So I want to invite you, watch that training. It's amazing. And we talk about that, talk about realtors, everything, how to do this. And guess what? We also talk about how to get contracts as well. So if you're on a Saturday afternoon or hanging out, or if you're whatever doing this weekend and you're quarantining and you're kind of racking your brain, you want to learn something new, definitely watch that. And the training's been absolutely phenomenal. And we have a huge, massive 50% discount code because of this whole COVID-19 that I want to share with you too. It's called Remote 50. So make sure you use Remote 50 when you check out. So hope that helps. Have a phenomenal Saturday. It looks like the sun's coming out here right now, so maybe we can go for a bike ride. So have a good day. God bless.